Hello guys, I'm going to make these handheld videos and things of that nature. But I really wanted to talk about the very fact of allowing yourself to see how the spiritual awakening can save your life and can change the way you think, the way that you feel, the way that you have an awareness of energy, the way that you carry yourself, and also in the way that you want to live your life. And knowing what you don't want into your space and what you allow into your space, and how you can psychically protect yourself at all times of the day to be the thing that really resurfaces the energy, reshapes the energy, and elevates the energy always. So when you allow yourself to be that frequency, when you allow yourself to know that this is the life that you want to live and that you don't want it to have it any other way, and knowing that you can change it at any given point, that you don't have to be sad all the time. You don't have to be lacking of something all the time. You have everything that you need because you are the endless provision of consciousness. You are the changing and the migration of all the integration that is inside of yourself, and embracing the very challenge of what it means to pick your thoughts, on what it means to become that individuation of creation, what it means to really stand firm in that, and that you don't have to change for anyone, but really you're looking at your self-development. You're looking at the way that you seek for everything in your life, because you're seeking and you're questioning and you're clearing the decks. You are killing yourself. You are having a metaphysical death so that you have this resurrection, so that you are born again. So you basically allow yourself to scrape off all of the ego, all of the vanity, all of the toxicity, and all of the put down artist, and all of the self-sabotaging imposter syndrome that is on this earth, that is running so rampant, that is trying to change the way that we feel. And we get rid of the very fact that we're here to generate our own spiritual origin. We're here to make our own families, and we're here to be a guardian. We're here to be a guide once again. So the very fact that we're here to be a guide once again is to be alive once again, because we were roaming with the night of the living dead for so long, and it was getting so tedious. And then you realize that everything that you were around before you awakened was a false pretense of what you thought you were. So it was all a lie. It was all an illusion. It was all in a way to keep you limited, to keep you at one point, at one level, and thinking of all these different opinions and thinking of all these different ways to make someone love you, make someone proud of you, living up to the expectations of family, and also following the direct path of enlightenment is embracing the enlightenment itself. When you embrace enlightenment itself, you are embracing life. And if you embrace life, if you embrace that you're going to have challenges, that you're going to have things that make you question your life, and also allow yourself to put a protective energy around you at all given times, you just understand that you're here to be a leader. You're not here to be a follower. You're not here to be a false prophet. There's many charlatans in many different walks of life, but just because there's some bad apples doesn't mean it has to ruin it for everybody. I know for a very fact that the spiritual awakening has saved my life, has changed my life, and has allowed me to heal everything inside of myself. Rather it was my mindset, rather it was my beliefs, rather it was the way that I loved another person. And I had help with that, with a relationship that I'd been in for 3 years, and we become each other's teachers. And she was definitely my teacher in the beginning and had to reflect a lot of truth. And yes, there was a lot of bitch slaps, but I had to have that in order for me to seek, in order for me to quit my job, in order for me to move out of my parents' house, move with my friend, and then move in with my girlfriend, which initiated that, the awakening, and finally breathing it in. You know, also having experiences beforehand, but it didn't really set in Arizona. But once it sets in, you realize that you can't go back. You realize that there is no turning back. There is no looking back. There's only a way forward. And when you have that way forward, when you have that way that you understand that where your destiny lies, where the angelic realm is, and where we're living out this prophetic nature of reality, is that we're shifting into everything that brings us joy, abundance, a renewal, an energetic shift, a change, an activation within not only our heart, but also within the way that we ground. So it's like I'm grounding right now. I'm out in nature. I'm walking barefoot. I'm really tapping into the frequencies of nature. So I'm tapping into the frequencies of nature, but I'm also just trying to reclaim my old self and to let go of the narcissist and to let go of the put-down artist. And I'm listing out these toxic traits and stuff like that, the egotist, because great power is only channeled. Great power is only shown. Great power is only when you allow yourself to be that transcendence and to live out that transcendence all the time, simultaneous, and multiply from there so that you generate that sense of ownership, accountability, and familiarity. So you're familiarizing yourself with the very fact that when we separate ourselves from the sources of humanity, when we separate ourselves from that, and we separate ourselves from the way that society wants us to be, that we don't have to be woke, we don't have to feel a certain way about a certain thing. We can like what we want to like, but we can also be who we want to be at this point in time. And we get to do that with videos like this, and also with doing TikTok, doing all of these other things, being on social media, and